What is going on, YouTube? I am bringing you another video, and it's been a little while, but we're going to get right into these Guild Wars attacks and try to go as quick as we can. So I'm going to start with Key. This should be a high scoring day. We do have two very high guilds, so we'll see how this goes. So I drop Dreadrake first, Skull Knight at the top, and I drop him there so he walks around, Warlock and Cupid. And what I'm doing here is I'm trying to get rid of the Ares in the beginning. It did end up working out, although even though my guys got hit by the Ares, I do know my Skull Knight's going to die with all four of them. I'm alright with that. They actually got hit by an Ares Calamity as well, even better. Drop my Trinitar and let him revive them. I am still at 18%, even though I am using the Dreadrake, so we're doing alright. I already killed one, and just like that, Dreadrake died, but Skull Knight will pretty much take out the rest. So we will speed it up and we will move on to the next one. This one is Igor, and for this one I dropped Dreadrake at the bottom, Ares, Warlock to the left, and Cupid down at the bottom. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop a bunch of troops in the back. That way when Dreadrake goes off, he hits those instead of hitting my guys, just to give him a little bit extra time to snipe. And then what I'm going to do here is once they die, I see my Dreadrake is going down low, Santa Totem goes off, I'm going to drop the Skull Knight in and let him start going. I'm waiting for the other two to die, so I'm going to drop my Trinitar at the top once he starts going. So he is locked onto them, they proc, they go off, Ares goes off again, and this should be a good cleanup. It's still going off, but we should be alright here, especially with Ares still alive. So eventually Skull Knight will get him, and there goes his Skull Knight. So we will speed it up and finish this one off. There is an Ares totem right there. I didn't hit it that time till the end, but be careful if you do try to go from the top. KS83, pretty much similar to what I did last time. He did move his heroes around, so I did change it up a little bit. I'm going to drop a bunch of Mecha Men from there to get rid of that Ares proc, and a bunch of Mecha Men at the top to get rid of the Ares totem up here, because I am going to be attacking from that top corner. And the reason why is because his Skull Knight pulls out just like that, and I can get away from the Golem so he doesn't continue to heal. So I do see his Ares has another proc just about ready. He just got hit, but in the case of that, he got to go off a couple times on the top side. You might be able to run them all from the top side and be able to get it done. So right here, same exact thing. I'm basically letting my SK tank while my Ares is proccing so he can try to one-shot them. It works out pretty well here. He spawns back up and gets a couple more. Now, in this case, he's probably going to die right here at the bottom, so I'm going to drop my Trinitar. Hopefully, was hoping that he wouldn't die that quick. I should have probably dropped the Trinitar just a little bit earlier, but in this case, it's not going to matter. So drop Trinitar, he heals the right people, and Skull Knight's going to town at this point. Once Ares goes off again, it should pretty much end it right there, and his his Skull Knight's dead. So, and just the Golem, that Golem does have revive, so he's gonna pop back up, but that's okay. Once again, with the Ares proc going, we're still alright. And there he goes. So I'm going to speed it up. This one did get close on the time. It's like the lowest I've been in a while, so 45 seconds. So watch the time as well. But alright, let's move on to the next one. I dropped Skull Knight in that corner, so he walks around. Ares to the right, Warlock to the left, and Cupid up in the corner. So I'm letting them proc. I do see my Dreadrake actually, no, he is still going, so they're still tanking, so we're doing okay here. I thought I dropped him down below with, so what I'm using here is, you can see they just keep proccing on them. That's what I was hoping for. That way Dreadrake is still alive down here, and as well, because only my Trinitar only heals 4 heroes, so in this case I'll get all 5 back up. They're under the Ares proc for sure, and just like that, his Skull Knight's dead. Now, his Lady Leo is still alive with that Ares proc, but it's okay. I'd leave it because I doubt she was going to tank an SK and a Dreadrake with Goblet, so I'm alright with that. I took the chance, and it did work out. So UFO SP, this is the exact same way that I did it last time. I dropped Dreadrake up top, and Skull Knight up top, Ares to the left, Warlock to the right, and then Cupid over to the side. I did have those extra Mecha Men, so I decided to drop those, so when the Skull Knight, or when the Dreadrake does go off, he hits him just like that instead of hitting my sniping heroes. And in this case, he's already down to 3 heroes, now 2 heroes. And this actually gets a little bit sketchy. They did switch it up, and they split. So he still has 2 heroes left right now. His Golem's about to go off. My Dreadrake is still alive, so he just died. now he's revived, and right here, he's just tanking the golem the whole time and destroys the base. So, I mean, my Skull Knight would have taken out regardless, but I would be careful with that. So we're going to look. I did 2867. We're still in third as of right now. We still got a lot of points to go. So, hope this helps, and I am out.